so sexy. I can't help myself. I just want to kiss myself. All right. Ready? Are we ready? Get it done. I want professional business right now. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm like heavy breathing. I got, the Italian kind of fat sweats things going on because I was doing like an Irish river dance. Like I'm Irish and Italian. And at the beginning of the show, right, the pre-show, Pepe was like putting on an Irish jig and I was just going off and I think I burned a lot of calories. Anyway, hold on a second. It is St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day to you. Are you thinking things? And do you have thoughts in your head to think the things that you're thinking? Sorry, it's not happening right now. I haven't actually had enough yet to sound really Irish. It will happen eventually, I think, in the show. I think we will get there. But what are we going to learn today? What are we going to see today? Now, one of the family members here has said, and his name is Dutch, he says, there is a portion of the show, DG, that I feel as if is going to inspire a rant. And I told Dutch, I said, listen, Dutch, when we get to that portion of the show, I want you to stop it. I want you to tell me to stop the show. And maybe I will rant as well. A lot of times when the fam here, who, by the way, everyone who's here tonight live, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate everyone who came here live on St. Patty's Day to party with me. We're going to have a wee bit of an after party. God, I'm so sorry. What's going on? I can't speak my mother language. Where's my affect? Where's my Irish affect? It's all screwed up tonight. I know. Pepe said to drink. I got my Irish red. I've got me Irish red here. No, it's not good. It's not good, Pepe. All right. I think we're ready for the show. And if you're watching on YouTube, press the like button right now. I don't say that enough. But, help a brother out. Listen to me. I'm always helping other people. I'm asking for your help right now. The show that helps needs help. So if you're watching it on YouTube, just press it. Just press it gently. Maybe a little soul in there. Just massage that like button. You know what I'm saying? Make that thumb stick straight up. It's sorry. I'm sorry. Let's watch the show.
I think we all can agree that looting was definitely a great addition to Star Citizen. I love that players are exploring and looking for interesting stuff around the universe. For 3.17, loot is going to be much more exciting and valuable for all the players.
You guys are awesome.
Up until right now, players got the same loot in different locations, so you could go to Korea or a cave or an outpost and potentially have the same content. For 3.17, though, we...
Wait. Live designer? Wait. Samuel Molina, live designer. And why am I not familiar with this gentleman? What does that mean? What is a live designer? Live designer? What am I? Yeah, like, is this guy like some type of guru, some type of wizard that gives us missions? Like, I'm not quite sure. Yeah. I'd like a redesign of my entire life if you could, except for this part. I love this part. But if you could just like redesign all the troubles and issues that I have, like Samuel Molina, I want to hire you, Sam. If you could just design my life, just redesign, please. Right. Possible life coach, right? DG Thundernuts. What's up, buddy? Right. Not a dead one-star Teferi. This is not a dead designer. This is a live designer. Tripal says this is Gandalf's younger cousin. Yeah, he does have kind of like, this is Gandalf's, maybe Gandalf's cousin that gets up to shenanigans at the table. You know, nobody can trust him. He's doing things that he shouldn't be doing underneath the table. Shame on you, Sam. Shame on you, Sam.
So we are changing that, and now we are tailoring the content for each location. The other addition, because up until right now, all the content was considered common content that you could even buy in shops. We are now adding the concept of rarity. We have 3 different types of rarity. So
what do you say, variety?
The common one, the uncommon.
I'm sorry, he's got like a really thick Spanish affect that I absolutely love. Did he say variety? Like different variety? Yeah, okay, all right.
One and rare one. The uncommon one is going to be items that are not available in the shops anymore. For example, security armor or pirate armor. It's content that it's specific for a group of people. In order to make rarity a viable option.
Rarity. Yeah, he's saying rarity. Yeah, he's saying rarity. Okay, good. Okay.
It was always intended to remove some of the items from the shops. And the rare items definitely are the ones that are going to be more exciting for everyone, for sure. Don't expect to have a high percentage of spawning. We are very keen into spawn only a little bit of them, but rare items.
Oh, good. That's exactly what we wanted. We wanted items that we could find that had some unique flavor, a dish, a special, like, wonderful dish that only a certain chef could cook for us in a restaurant in a dark nook in a corner that you absolutely love, cooking up some spicy gumbo. You know what I mean? That's exactly what we wanted here. We wanted like some flair to our weaponry. We wanted something different, some panache, if you will, something grandiose. That's what we were looking for. This is, yes, exactly. We wanted those assless chaps, and I think we're going to get it, boys. I think we're going to get some assless chaps.
We are applying more or less the same philosophy with ships. So eventually, rare items will end up in the loot pool and can be found in different lootable crates.
Obviously, with looting becoming such a big feature in the game, we kind of need an ability for you to sell the loot that you've been acquiring this whole time. To do that, we're going to be updating the shop system and item shops with a brand new kiosk that will have a much improved user experience that will allow you to sell your various items.
Put it all together on one kiosk.
So for 317, the system determining what can be sold where and for how much is going to be very simple. Basically, if a shop sells an item of a certain type, they sell guns, they sell ship parts, you can then sell to that shop items of that type. The pricing will be as follows. It will start at 90% of the price that the shop sells it for, and depending on their current inventory, it will fall down to 50%, with 50% being that they are absolutely full on that item. If they do not have that exact item in their inventory, you will default down to 50% because, frankly, they don't really want to stock that thing anyways. Rarity, of course, will come into play for this, but basically the base prices of items will help to determine how much they sell for. There has been a small pass to just kind of update some of these prices to fall within line of the fact that certain items now can't be found in stores, and certain items are going to be very difficult to find in the boxes throughout the world. And of course...
Okay. There's one thing that gets me a little upset about this. I do like the fact that they're adding this to the kiosk. I do like the fact that you can sell this loot through the screen. Okay, I do like that. What I got to worry about is this, and this is something that a lot of people disagree with me on. The ease and ability to sell something that is ultra epic or rare to the player base. Now, I get it. We're an alpha. But I'm talking way far in the future, way end game. If an item is truly special sauce, if an item is something you found on a mission and you beat some scum or you beat some amazing hero of the verse and he's dropped you something that just shines the second you see it. It's just like, oh. Hold on. What was it? Hold on, Pepe. What I just opened. Wait, I'm searching his body. What did I find? Okay, if it is like that, if it's that kind of golden goodness, right? If it's the assless chaps, right? And what I want, very, very, very end game is, I want the ease and ability to be able to sell to the player base at whatever the fucking price I feel is what I want to sell it for. Now, how they're prepping it, how they're putting it out here in baby form. Now, I get it. They're just trying to introduce the sell feature and the buy feature in the kiosk on these items. They're just baby steps. It's tier 0 is what they're doing. And good, kudos. I'm glad they're doing that, okay? But I'm not going to be happy with the price on that kiosk, and I can guarantee 110% that I am not going to be happy with it. Now, as Dutch says, they already started that for the refueling. Shops will probably come in the future. Right. So like when I'm talking about this, I'm talking very, very far into the future. I'm talking very end game. Okay. But what I want to say is when I'm ready to sell those assless chaps, those spicy assless chaps that I found, that's like super rare drop. Okay. I want to set the price. I want to dictate the price. And whether an NPC buys it, whether it's through a fucking kiosk, whether I contract it out, right? I want to be able to set the price of what I think it's worth, because I'm the one that went through the work and fucking busted my ass for those assless chaps, which, by the way, I might just keep, because God knows I look good in assless chaps.
Of course, the Pico Balls will be the most valuable item in all of the persistent universe. One of the features that we're really happy that we included in this is when you are selling something with attachments, you can, on the spot, go through and detach those attachments in the selling interface so that they don't get sold. Let's say that you're trying to sell a sniper rifle and you have a really nice scope on it. You will see that when you go to make that transaction and be able to say, oh, actually, I want to keep that.
Right. And see, this is very data driven right now. This is very Excel spreadsheet format right now. This is what the economic team is feeding us. Okay. This is what Tony Z and his economic team is feeding us in this tier 0 baby step format. And when I watch this, and I know I'm not the only one, I'm sure Jack Axton probably feels the same way, who's a very popular YouTuber, who's a trader, who talks about economic gameplay all the time and what he's looking for in economic gameplay. I think when we're talking about this and we see those prices and all those prices are set and everything's like preloaded, you have to remember this is the very beginning. And I think once dynamic the server meshing gets locked, I think Quanta will turn on, which is the algorithm that Tony Z showed us at CitizenCon over 2 years ago. And I think we'll start to see I'm hoping a simulative supply and demand that will be that simulates actual human supply and demand. We'll see. But there needs to be another step involved in this as well, so that I know I'm getting maximum value out of the assless chaps, whether an NPC wants to buy it or a player wants to buy it. I want to dictate price if I'm the seller. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. If I'm not able to dictate price, at least put my price out there. Now, I can change it. If the market doesn't want to buy my assless chaps for what I put it at, then I got to push the price down. That's how markets work. Hey, Jericho, welcome to the fam. But I just want to put that out there because I know the devs watch. I know Cloud Imperium watches, especially the economic team. I know they watch the show, and I know that many of us that are industrial players, that are traders, want to be able, when we're the sellers, and find this amazing loot. End game is, I want to dictate the sell price. And if nobody's buying, of course I'm going to lower that price. or I'll just keep it there until people understand how truly great assless chaps are.
One problem that we are aware of in all interfaces that deal with items of this type is stacking. The stacking system in personal inventory and in now this shop screen, which uses the same stacking method, means that it can be a little annoying to move large quantities of the same item. We don't have an immediate perfect solution for that where we can stack items that are identical, but in the short term we did a little solution where there's just a quick sell button on each item in the list. Fair warning to all of you, there is no buyback button at this time, so if you sell something, it is gone. Be careful. And of course, with inventory, where we want it to go in the future, we want it to be that as you are selling these items, it is affecting the inventory of the store so that it is becoming more and more that other players can then purchase. We're not clear as the time of this recording if that's going to make it for 3.17, but that is definitely a goal going forward.
Okay.
We're going to be monitoring both how you guys are using this new kiosk
Absolutely,
and how many things you're selling in order to help balance both the amount of loot and how much each piece of loot sells for. We also are very interested in any feedback that comes in for the user experience of that selling, so please let us know how things are going.
Well, that's why I've been talking about this.
And this is going to be something that we're going to be
Listen
very
to what we're talking about here on the show. That's why we have the Inside Star Citizen review.
Goes on.
Good.
The advancements in loot generation and implementation of selling are two key aspects of any MMO, and their arrival in Star Citizen heralds a continuing push to reward players for venturing out into that dangerous unknown to seek their fortunes. And
No. I absolutely love the fact that the kiosks offer the ability to sell items that are a little bit more rare. I absolutely love it, but I'm talking end game. I'm not, this is tier 0 sketch. So just so you understand, I do like the fact that they're introducing this. I do think there is a very, very long way to go on economic gameplay. And I'm talking about light years to go on economic gameplay. Economic gameplay is something that is just really prehistoric right now. We are in the BC stages of economic gameplay, like really. Security, as far as like what we're talking about, is light years ahead where economic gameplay is now in the alpha. So, and security is not even at the point where I'm happy with it. So, when we're talking about gameplay right now in the alpha, I will say this. The economic gameplay is really just, there's a lot of industrial things to do, which is great. The mining's developing nicely. I can't wait till salvage is introduced, right? I think they can do a lot of things in terms of mining and how they're paying out on the ore and the supply and demand based economy with those ores and the minerals. But here's the problem. The problem is that we're not quite ready yet until Quanta gets established and pushed forth. And that will not happen. And the economy will continue to be in the Stone Ages until they have got server meshing down. They've gotten past this obstacle that is at the top of the list. And then economic gameplay will go. And why is that? Because of all the data that's involved with Quanta. And it'll be great to see how that starts to form when it's initiated in Stanton and in Pyro, and seeing the interaction of it. I can't wait for that. But this is something that traders, people who really love this, the armchair warrior aspect of gaming, have been waiting for so very long.
because the unknown can be so hazardous, let's take a look now at the current state of medical gameplay, what's being adjusted for Alpha 3.17, and what's on the horizon after that.
So the response to healing was quite heartening.
There was some really good community engagement around the feature. I remember at one stage on Reddit, I think it was even before the feature was released, someone had posted a survival guide, and it was just really cool to see how excited people were about the feature.
It's a really expansive system, so there's lots of different parts, and it was a lot to sort of get.
It was a really expansive system. Boy, it's St. Paddy's Day. Perfect person to put on for St. Paddy's Day right there.
Everything working.
It was great to see that people were happy and excited about various aspects of the healing.
The medical bed UI in particular, which is the main thing I worked on, has a lot of depth to it in terms of adding to the feeling that it's a real hospital and a real place, and you can do sort of, you're really healing yourself.
I really enjoy the fact that there is some consequence to death now, that there's a sense of continuity. I don't just die and magically respawn somewhere. My corpse is something I now have to go and find if I've put something important on it. What we worked on is a T0 implementation, so it's bare bones. There's so much more to do. There are a few things we've fixed since then that should be coming out in 3.17. We've had feedback saying that bleed is too harsh, and absolutely, we've addressed that. It was unfortunately an oversight on our part, and we've reduced the severity of bleeding, so you won't start bleeding then, keel over 2 seconds later. Instant death, we never want to have someone fall over and die immediately from a single pistol shot to the head, or the foot. We've covered a couple of issues that were causing that, so 3.17 we should see that removed entirely.
Wait. Are they pussifying this? If you get shot in the head, you shouldn't die right away? What's going on here? Apparently, if you get shot in the head with a pistol, everything's cool. Wait. Where's the realism? Did they really? They better not start catering to these fucking. Listen to me. I say this in the nicest way possible. I am not trying to offend anybody here, but they better not fucking start pussifying this to the point where they only listen to those people that ruined a game that we shall forever call erectile dysfunction or elite dangerous, where it's all elite and no dangerous. Let us just for one moment make sure that the developers are not listening to those people that have no ambition or no reason to even want to PvP. See, this is the problem that I end up having with this. The people that voice if I get shot in the head, I shouldn't die right away, are not involved in anything that is in their gaming experience that they will ever have to worry about getting shot in the head with. But yet they're the ones with the problems of getting shot in the head one time and dying with a pistol shot to the head, and they're the ones with the problems, but they never get in those circumstances, and yet the developers are going to listen to those people. Now, that is a real problem. If it's a light pistol and you have a very, very hard helmet, Kill Devil, okay. And what is a very, like a 22? like we're talking a 22 and you got yourself a night helmet on. Okay, then okay, you don't die right away, right? But I've seen the guns in the game. I know the pistols in the game. Most of them, if you get shot in the head with most helmets, should hurt. They should hurt. They should be life-altering experiences, and by that mean you should die. I'm gonna go off here. I'm gonna go off here because I do not want people who are involved in PvE voicing up so loudly on PvP-based decisions, okay? That's like if somebody like Avenger 1, who's PvP-based, now, I don't know, he might like other types of gameplay, but that's like if Avenger 1, who's PvP-based, decided what happened to traders and pricing. Thank you. Oh! Perfect alert. Good timing.
Hope you're good, brother.
Good timing. Great alert, because I am talking about danger right now. You must have read my mind, Killian. Killian read my mind, came out with the perfect alert at the perfect time. Killian. That was an epic part of this show. Killian, you were an epic part of this show. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you.
We've also had feedback regarding sort of hunger thirst and also the status system in general, just not persisting between play sessions.
So yeah, now between logins, most of your stats will persist, your health, your injuries, your hunger and thirst, so we'll see that gameplay back in the PU properly.
We've also had some feedback regarding the crime stats. This was one that I hadn't encountered, but sort of face-palmed when I saw it. If you ram your own corpse with a ship, you get a crime rating for it, and that's not obviously great. It's sort of an extra kick to your dignity. But thankfully, the Mission Future team guys have really drilled into that and fixed it. So 3.17 that humiliation should be removed, thankfully.
For the injuries not being seen enough, we've also added a bit of probability into it.
If you jump off a tree, there's every chance you can.
Yeah. He, listen, my sound I'm having tons of issues with. I peak all over the place. I can't stand my audio right now. But that right there, see that, Pepe? You see that, Pepe? Huh? That is not the correct way to do things, right, Pepe? Should you eat your microphone? No, Pepe, you're right. You do not eat microphones. You do not eat microphones.
You're going to snap every bone in your body, or you're going to land like a cat. So we've introduced a little bit of a random element that doesn't scale linearly to try and achieve that. And it's really worked out, I think, well. We're seeing injuries more often.
Now Targrim Unlimited is saying, and he highlighted this just so we were talking about, the audience that the developers are listening to, PvEers on PvP-based concepts. And in defense, though, Targrim is saying the way they have the light, medium, and heavy pistols, SIG are aiming for seems to be that the light pistols are more akin to BB guns. Like what light pistols are you talking about? And the thing that I would also say, Targrim, is that depending upon the helmet as well, right? Like let's say you get shot with a light pistol straight in the visor, like through a helmet that has the plexiglass, right? Should that kill you? Akin. It's akin. It's akin. I'm sorry, Skitch. I should have known it. I should have thought about those things. It's akin. Happy St. Patty's Day. So Targrim's bringing up some good debate here on should a headshot kill you with any caliber pistol or type, whether it's laser or smaller ballistic weapon, like a quick, there's going to have to be a lot of code inserted into this if this is what they're going to do. In terms of the caliber of bullet, if it's ballistic, or the laser type of weapon and the type of helmets you have, So yes, Targrim, thank you for adding that and spending your 100 points to highlight your message. I will pay attention to those highlighted messages. Well, sometimes.
And it's not always at a gamified value that you reach. Beyond 317, there are other things we want to get into. We want to make improvements.
Thank you,
for
Killian.
example, we know that's not exactly great right now.
I'm a sound guy. There's
if you want to
problems,
drag someone into an elevator, it can be a bit
What's
hit or
up,
miss.
Anarchy?
We're definitely looking to improve that.
Some
people just don't care about injuries because they just mash the die button and then respawn in their ship and then, haha, they move on. That won't be possible moving forward once we get some really big changes in. And again, this is quite a ways away. But things like permadeath, DNA degradation, being charged to respawn. The idea of your character dying forever and just having to spawn next to kin, those are all things we're fairly confident that are going to be coming in at some point in the distant future. The manner in which they come in, we've got an idea of how they're going to be developed and also how they're going to function.
Death of a Spaceman. They're again confirming that there will be Death of a Spaceman, that you will die, have a permadeath, and then have to have a next to kin that your items do, all your assets go to. I'm sure they'll have some type of tax on it, So they're just kind of, again, verifying that, in fact, we will keep true to the original narrative of Death of a Spaceman, and that may be coming sooner rather than later. Cool. And, again, we're not going to see much consequences with this in the alpha, right? We're really not going to see a lot of this. A lot of PvPers, all they're going to do, they're going to be like, okay, next to kin, it's not important, and end game, a lot of PvPers might not think this is a big deal unless the tax is a little bit, if the tax is a little bit hefty, maybe that might affect decision-making on PvPers, which PvEers would be very happy about. I, as a PvPer, wouldn't mind that because I would have to make sure that the crew that I'm flying with knows what they're doing, and I don't think I'd have a problem if the tax was just a smidge, a little bit more. The death tax was a little bit more so that when I went into situations that were PvP confrontations, I would think about those confrontations before I engaged. That is something that I think should be in the game development. I think it's important to put it in there because it makes the consequences more real. So your decision making is a little bit more in depth than just kill, which, trust me, I love the dopamine. I love when I'm kicking with the dopamine, and I love to kill. Okay. But I think this is great that they're merging this into the alpha. Should be interesting to see this develop. Very, very interesting.
We have had lots of other feedback.
Absolutely, Dutch. Absolutely,
so far,
dude.
And the reason I've not addressed is because we don't yet have a solid idea of how we're going to address that, and we don't want to make any promises that we're not going to fulfill.
So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that loot is expanding into both rarity and variation, beginning with Alpha 3.17 and beyond. That when combined with selling, a loop emerges to make your living as a potential treasure hunter. And that medical gameplay continues to evolve with your feedback and testing, and there's plenty more yet still to come. Now remember that Stella Fortuna is upon us, and there are some really nice vehicle paints that you can learn more about.
Don't bother with the 400. Don't bother with the 400, okay? Quack, quack.
On the RobertSpaceIndustries.com website. For Inside Star
They're going with a dark hunter green.
And I'm Jared Huckabee. We'll see you all next week.
Now listen to me. That was decent. That had some morsels to it. Anytime there's economic subject to what we're watching, I'm very interested in it. I get very in depth with it. If you guys are watching here on YouTube, as this is a highlight, please do not forget to push the like button, massage it, rub it, share it. Free love. If you are here live, there was no slow-mo. Oh my God, Oz. Oh my God, we did not have a slow-mo section to this show. Okay, shall we watch the eating of the microphone in slow motion here? Hold on a second. Wait, here we go. Wait, hold on a second. Here we go. We need to go back here and there's a slow-mo portion of this show, by the way, for people not familiar with this show. We have one slow. This is great. This might even be the thumbnail right here. This is fantastic. I might just blow this up. This could be the thumbnail right here. Now, Pepe, can we please have the slow-mo portion of this show right here? I think this is the perfect spot for it. Thank you, Pepe.
Is it easier mutation? So it's bad bones. There's so much more to do.
All right, thank you. That was the slow-mo portion of our show that we had forgotten about, that we had to go back and watch the microphone being literally eaten as he was talking. Very disgusting, very digestive slow-mo on this one. Very relevant. Thank you for watching here. If you're watching on YouTube, see you on the next vid or stream. You better be here live on the next one. And if you're here live, we got an after party. Quattro hands. Quattro. DG. I'm a puppet. Thank you, Oz. You've been very generous this stream. I appreciate you, bro. And now it is time for the after party. Are we ready for the after party? Oh, wait. It should be Irish, shouldn't it? It's St. Paddy's Day. Why did I go German on that? All right. After party time. Yeah.